Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope that you like this series. Uh, it's about mistakes that I can see in the movies, and in particular The Walking Dead and other series that are similar to this one. Mostly, I will be talking about 5 mistakes per video. Uh, they are mostly because of hard times will hit you the same way no matter what happens. The thing is that some changes will be faster and other will be slower depending upon your situation and the place that you're in. But anyway, if you'd like me to continue with this series or any other series, please let me know in the comment sections, because I have more than 50 reproduction lists, and it's hard to keep up, especially if I forget, or if nobody seems to be interested in me continuing with the same topic, or if I think that I have covered everything and then you think that there is another angle on the topic or something, let me know. So thank you for your collaboration. Anyway, grab your coffee, and if you wanted to share one with me through the Buy Me a Coffee webpage, or get one of my books, including one that I have about zombie survivals and stuff like that, then links for all that also down below. Now, here is no proper makeup for lips. Let me explain this. There is no water, and water is going to be one of those things that will be in an issue in terms of hygiene, as in you washing your face frequently, you brushing your teeth frequently. And then there is also the fact that if you are in hard times and you don't have money for food, do you honest to God believe that you're going to have money for makeup? And let alone the lips. And here is the deal: if the weather outside is too hot or too cold, your lips and your ears are going to look differently. And if you have dehydration, which right now in good times affects half of the people, meaning half the people are going out there without knowing that they have hydration problems. How much of that percentage will you think that it will happen in hard times? So if there is no hydration, how do you think your lips are going to look like? And even in fact, I have also some EDC videos in which I explain that the only, and I do mean only, common denominator in all of the EDC bags and handbags of rich people, poor people, or whatever people, I mean the most common, the one that most people will carry one way or another one, is for something for your lip. So this one is not portrayed properly. In fact, one of the most common items to try to get, but it will be a luxury, meaning you want to get it but you are not going to get it, is going to be lipstick. So this one not portrayed at all how it should be. And then the second one for today is that there is no bad hair day for anyone. So again, have you noticed how some people have dry hair and other people have oily hair and other people seem to have normal hair? But then again, how many people do you actually see right now in good times that they will carry a hairbrush in their EDC? So how many people do you think in a hard time they will carry a hairbrush? Because you see, brushing your hair is going to be one of those things that will sort of make you feel normal, and it will make you feel human. The problem is that because of nutrition and because of stress, most people will be losing hair, including women. So in men, it's going to be kind of like, okay, you can shave your head. But in women, that is going to be huge. So most women will try to get, vitamins for the hair and stuff like that. And you know, how you handle hair, and how, now you can't have hair like if it goes in the movies or even in the anime. And, when you're seeing an anime, people seem to always have cool hair, and it's not oily or dirty or smelly, or there will be people that will even develop blisters in their heads, and there will be like they will be bald right in the middle of the hair, like in the middle of the top part. So this one, it's not portrayed properly, because most people, in this series, is portrayed as they're not losing hair. Their hair doesn't seem to be more gray. I mean, all the characters seem to have the coloring of the hair the same thing, and it doesn't happen, because if you're going to be under a lot of stress and everything, and then there is no money to paint your hair, then how do you expect the person to be blonde forever? The hair will be gray and stuff like that. So this one is not portrayed properly. Now, not people peeing or pooping because of fear, no wet beds and stuff like that. I can tell you right now that doesn't happen. In bad times, kids will wet their beds more frequently. And this is going to be an issue. And it's not portrayed at all. And in fact, adults will be wetting their beds. And then, there is an issue about some people that cannot poop in a place that is not their house. So if you go to a mall or if you go outside, some people will be kind of like, I can't poop. Again, there are problems with hydration, and there are problems with nutrition, which means that you probably are not going to know where to find fiber so that you can go to the bathroom. And let alone, with the hydration problems and all of these things, people will have issues in terms of scratching their bottoms. People will be scratching their clothing a lot. Not everyone, obviously, because if you live in a normal place, you will probably find a little bit of water to clean yourself and all of that. But you do need to understand that this issue, I am guessing that they don't they don't do it because they don't want to tell you. But if you are on the road, you probably want to understand how to poop next to a tree, because this is going to be an issue. If you're peeing, that's fine, it's easy. But pooping is not going to be easy, and even peeing for a woman is not going to be easy. So there is no, there is nothing like I need a support, I need this, or even there will be people that will try to be decent, and they will try to make a hole so that they can put their poop in it, and then cover it like you are supposed to. And then again, all of these things, they are not portrayed. I mean, in there, like if it was, I don't know how to put it. In fact, right now, the homeless people and other people will go into the trash containers and they will poop in them. So not like, how people there have dumpsters. So a lot of people will get in there, grab the bags, like they will take the plastic bags, the ones that are very thick and very good. They will take the trash into the thing, and then they will poop in there, because that's the easiest way to do it. And this is, not portrayed at all, because people do not know how to go to the bathroom in certain places. And if you look too bad, or the place is overcrowded with zombies or whatever, you're not going to poop in there, so you're going to poop probably in dumpsters and other things like that. And these things are not being portrayed in there. And how do you deal with poop and peeing, and how do you do this with kids, especially small kids, because you won't have diapers. And this one is not even portrayed. Of course, in the Walking series, you don't have kids who are 2 or 3 year olds, but if you are going to have a character that have to deal with that, you will have to figure this one out. So again, this one is not something that I don't know how to put it, but I think that it should be mentioned something like, I'm tired about standing up, or maybe, because there will be people that will be asking, how do you pee, especially between women. Some women are going to be kind of like, I have never peed outside, like outside next to a car. How do you do that? And stuff like that, because how many times in your life have you do that? Pee outside of your house as a woman, especially if you have your period and stuff like that. So these are topics that will come up in hard times, because you don't want anybody to see, you don't want anybody even watching, and stuff like that. This is a topic that it's going to come up very frequently. I'm not going to say that it's going to be on a daily basis conversation, but it is something that it should be mentioned, and it is not being mentioned properly. And then there is no cell phone. So I have a question. Have you really tried talking to a teen about their cell phone? And have you tried handling a kid when the kid has problems with their cell phone? I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, no cell phone for the children means that they are going to do a lot of crying, a lot of kicking, there will be a lot of fights, there will be a lot of issues, and the kids are going to be kind of like the same way that you will deal with a drug addict when they don't have drugs. They will have withdrawals effects. You will have screaming people all over. In Brazil, there was a time in which WhatsApp, the app, stopped for nearly 12 hours, and the adults were going crazy. Some of them were to the point in which some of them actually had to take a break from work and from everything, and they started crying in shop malls and coffee shops and stuff like that, because they were screaming like, I belong to 50 groups. How am I supposed to keep up with 50 groups if I cannot get into the WhatsApp group? And and kids will tell you that the answer is in Google for everything. And a no cell phone means a lot of things. And I do mean a lot of things. And they are not portrayed at all in this thing. And if you're thinking zombies will take over, no, they won't, because every single second, the kid, it's sort of like, okay, whatever happens, your drug will come later. No, for a drug addict, the drug comes before everything. And in fact, if they have to go through a zombie to go through a mall to try to get the phone, they will do that. They will walk through the zombies. They will not care. I mean, it's a drug. And not only is a drug, but without cell phones, you can't connect to other people. And then if you can't connect to other people, you will worry, and then you will collapse, and then there will be a lot of, oh my God, you have no idea how emotionally is this thing. And then, if you don't have cell phones, the adults are panicking because they can't contact their kids. And I have a question. Do you know where your kid is 24 hours a day? Because most of the times the kids are with other kids, and you never know where that is. And kids also escape, and they have other issues. And none of these things is even portrayed, not even in the beginning of the series. And people mentioning that they don't miss their cell phones, that is no. In fact, most people, even after 2 years or 3 years, without a cell phone, they will still be like, I need a cell phone, or I really miss Google, or I really miss something like this, and stuff like that. This is going to be an issue that it wasn't addressed at all because people are thinking, okay, the zombies take over. No, the zombies will be the least of your problems. Water is going to be more major, and then your second major thing is going to be you dealing with people that are going crazy, with withdrawal symptoms and all kinds of things, and they are willing to risk their life and then separate themselves from the group and then go and do crazy things, especially teens and preteens. Oh my God, the preteens who are the ones who are between 9 and 12. Oh, you have no idea how bad that is. I mean, as soon as you take their phone away and they realize that there are zombies, now you probably are going to be in suicide watch. And this, I'm not joking. So, no, this one was, no. I don't know why they will miss something like this. I mean, if the point is that you are fighting zombies and then you have a willing to live that is, that somehow it just was... it was like inside of you and now it's just outside like if it was nothing. No, no, and no. The process of you going through this is sort of like, in the first times you are not going to understand a lot of things that are happening, but if you don't have the comfort items, as in a running water, cell phone, internet, and mostly, if you do not have communications, which is done through the cell phone, you are going to go crazy. Like, literally, there will be people that will just go absolutely ballistic on absolutely everything. Because they will be kind of like, no Google, I don't know how to do anything. And then the mental shock is going to be, it's like, even in the video games, it's sort of like, you somehow learn how to shoot and everything in one month. That doesn't happen. Okay, that just doesn't happen. So there are a lot of things, and they will all be related to you not having a cell phone. And I would like you to try one weekend without your cell phone in a family meeting. I mean, there are people that have literally tried, and this one was proven. There was an experiment in which people had to sit down, those boxes that have locks that has a timer, and you cannot get anything out of it unless the timer is, already up. So they put 1 hour, all the cell phones were in there, and you could not touch them for 1 hour so that you can have dinner with your family. There were people that will actually go so ballistic that they will destroy the boxes. They will take a hammer, they will take a lot of things, destroy the thing, and they will go insane because they cannot be without the cell phone. And this one was, it was like a mental thing. And if they are zombies, I'm going to tell you right now that the people will need the cell phones more than before because they will not know what to do. They will be Googling what to do. And they will not know what to do. Even if it is in a list, it will say something like, get water. And then people go like, how the hell am I supposed to get water? What does that mean? So panic for not understanding their own cell phones is going to be a big thing. So no, this one, not portrayed at all, which I don't know why. And then there is no medicine for sleeping, anxiety, depression, etc. And I am going to tell you right now that 1/3 of the population right now requires all these medicines. So if you require medicine for sleeping, and then there is a zombie apocalypse, how do you know that you're going to sleep? How do you think you're going to sleep? And if right now you are depressed, how do you think you're going to get out of that depression and that, emotion and all of that thing where you can't even move? Because quite frankly, people who feel depressed, they cannot even move in the morning to just get up and try to make their beds. There are people that struggle with that. So they need their pills. If you cannot, and this thing about not having those kind of pills and all of these things is not being portrayed. Because you see, if you're with your family and you have 1/3 of chances that one of the members of your family requires this kind of medication, what do you think you're going to be doing, trying to make them out of, make them live without a zombie thing, when your wife is probably going to be crying all over, and she is going to drag you, and then she's going to say something like, let's just die, and stuff like that, because she doesn't have the medicine. Or what about if it is your kid? What about if you can't sleep for several days? Because you already were having issues about sleeping during good times, and now any kind of sound doesn't let you sleep. How long do you think it's going to last you, this situation, without you going completely mentally ill or you dying? And stuff like that. And how are you going to deal with the anxiety and all of these things, because there is no pill and there is no therapist and all of these things? How are you going to cope without proper nutrition, as in you having enough vitamins and medicine? Because people think about medicine and vitamins kind of together, because if you are sick, you're probably going to need vitamins and stuff like that, because you are also very likely in an unbalance in terms of proteins inside your body, and you're also kind of unbalanced in terms of minerals, vitamins, and a lot of other things, and none of these things are even mentioned. And there we go. So I hope that this was helpful somehow. And if it was, please remember to share the channel. Thank you. And let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.